Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this how to play video, I'm going to take a look at Aggro Paladin. Yes, you can indeed play other Paladin decks than Libram Paladin, and Aggro Paladin is a perfectly viable deck, although Libram Paladin is slightly stronger, so this is only your second choice if you need something a little bit different. I had a viewer request actually to play this deck. It now came to prominence from the Chinese server, although HS Replay statistics show that this list has seen sporadic play over the course of more than a month already, so it's kind of hard to say where it has actually originated from. That said, it's an aggro deck, and like all aggro decks, it's being carried by the Voracious Reader, which gives you a bunch of card draw, and it makes use of all sorts of pretty good paladin cards that have sometimes had hard time to find real place to be used in, like the Brazen Zealot for example, and the phenomenal Underlight Angling Rod, and these combined with the good new cards like the Goody Two Shields and First Day of School make this deck very quick to get on the board. Then you buff up your minions, then you can drop some Argent Braggarts, also for tempo in this one, like very early 2 mana 3/5 or something can be incredibly strong already. And then you just move on and try to close out the game. Then we have statistics to really look at this deck, and we can see that Mage is its worst matchup. It's really doing poorly against Mage. And yeah, devolving missiles, reducing your buffs to nothing can really hurt this type of deck. It's doing pretty well against everything else. And Magic Carpet is by far the weakest card in this deck, so there's probably some room to improve the deck, and I don't think Magic Carpet will stay in the final version. That said, this is already a perfectly playable list. Get on the board early, buff up your stuff, maybe get High Vasalura, cast some spells, have it buff itself. Just go face. As for the mulligans with this deck, you're really looking for your early game. First Day of School, Intrepid Initiate, Shotbot. If you have some of these minions, then Hand of Adal is another card that can be a really good keep. Sometimes against something a little bit slower, you might even get away with the Brazen Zealot into Hand of Adal or something like that if they can't remove the Zealot immediately. Just focus on getting the board immediately and then move on from there. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can also support the content that I create by joining as a member here on YouTube or joining as a subscriber on Twitch, where I livestream 6 days a week. So check down below in the description for a link to my Twitch channel if you're interested in that. And now, let's go take a look at Aggro Paladin in action. Allura First Day of School is obviously intriguing, but Warrior is quite capable of killing a single big minion, so I don't think it's going to help me that much. I think early tempo is much more important in the matchup, and then trying to get some minions with different health totals on this board. Against the Warrior I can play the Brazen Zealot on one. That is possible. Warrior is unlikely to have a card that handles that. I mean, literally there's Whirlwind and Sword and Board, neither of which you keep in the mulligan. Well, there was Sword and Board. Fine. Let's try this one. Can I get a minion that has a different health total? I can. I'll play that one. So I play around potential like Coin Bladestorm. These Sky Pirates will help me play around Bladestorm in the future too. That weapon can try to enable Blade Storms. Shotbot and Sky Pirate doesn't prevent a Blade Storm. Is it still a good play? It's still a decent play. Let's get that Blade Storm going now if it's coming. I will still have a 2-1 afterwards. It's not the end of the world. Let's get it over with if it's there. It's there? Well, that's what the play looked like. And I just want to keep having minions with different health totals on this board. I was able to let that Bladestorm happen because I was still able to have a board afterwards. And I was still able to have, like, now there are 3 minions all with different health totals. So very, very difficult to contest. think I will use this to take the trade. And I play kings on that. And I will play a Sky Pirate on the board. Alright. There could be a brawl, of course. That is possible. Shield block, hero power, coin, shield slam. Could happen. Where's the coin shield slam? Interesting. Still the possibility of a brawl later on. Maybe he tries to get more stuff on this board before brawling. Could that happen? I guess it could. I guess it's Shotput and Blessing of Kings now. Let's see how this goes. Brawl is still great. Brawl is still great. This is the best I can do. There is a brawl. If anything but Shotput wins, well, that was the second worst thing for me to win the brawl. Because now I don't have the lethal set up here, but we'll see. It's not completely impossible. Spending the coin means that there won't be a Deathwing next turn. Well, maybe that was because the Divine Shield minion won. I believe I need to commit everything. There is a chance for a second brawl. So the Bladestorm doesn't do anything, there's 2/1 health minions. It would have to be a second brawl. Or maybe it doesn't. So much armor going on here. Where he gets to 10 and I have only 7 damage. I mean, Angling Rod top deck is lethal. Sidekick is not. Deathwing can be played next turn. I cannot protect my minions against the Deathwing. I suppose if there's a Deathwing I may lose. But I mean, I still have one more turn to top deck the Angling Rod. If there's a Deathwing play, as long as I go face with everything. Then if there's a Deathwing play, then I have one more turn to top deck an Angling Rod. That would kill the warrior if there's a Deathwing play now. Remember when the last minute champion the brawl always won? No, I don't. Did that really happen? I certainly don't remember that. There was a coerce. Do you think Demon Hunter could run a viable Zoo deck? Well, isn't Aggro Demon Hunter sort of that kind of deck already? Go face. Alright, another turn where if there is a Deathwing I could top deck the Underlight Angling Rod to win. I have had a couple of turns now where an Underlight Angling Rod would win. But will I have more of those or not? I do not know. Warrior now has the Wrench Caliber in hand.
Treasure? Loot? What more can I ask for?
And now Underlight Angling Rod is one off. It doesn't win immediately anymore. It could win over 2 turns potentially. But that's not it. And Warrior is typically very, very good at killing individual minions. I have seen one coerce though. But like Deathwing could be safely played here now. Trade the 4-2 in the Deathwing. There could be a second coerce. Warrior 1 cost spells are unlikely to do a whole lot. So that is another coerce, is it? Oh no. Coerce just might be able to stabilize. But they don't. Phew. A hard-fought and well-earned victory. Alright, let's give this a try.
I cannot wait to read these.
Okay, Paladin kept 2 cards. So I probably need to play the Blazing Battle Mage, and I think I will have to coin this sidekick for additional health on that. Otherwise, a simple buff on this just puts me in almost untenable position. Whereas now this is unable to kill this one even with the buff. Sure, it can kill that one. Yeah. I could get a 3 for Braggart. Is 3 for Braggart better than the Murger? I think the Murger is still fine. I'll take a hit over there. Put that down to 2 health. Sure, there can be additional buffs. Alright, how many? If there's also a Libram, then that's getting pretty good. Seriously? That's getting pretty good. Now I would have need a little bit of something. To take a hit over there, and I need to play the goodie. Alright, we'll see, we'll see. But that was a lot of buffs and a lot of card draw, and a lot of discounts on the Devout Pupil at the same time. So many great things there. This could be a 6-5, but that doesn't really do much. Now I need to play the Abyss. And hit into that one. There's no spell in my deck that allows the Abyss to clear the board. Sadly. Well, I need to hit into that one. I need to play the Abyss. I need to play the first day of school. Get the Divine Shield back and hopefully buff up the Abyss sufficiently. So that way I can start to challenge this. If the opponent also has some good buffs though, this could get tricky. Now both of these have 1 health, so they can't even hit into the goodie. Alright, so it's a race. I'm fine with a race, I suppose. There can of course be board clear spells. There's not a whole lot I can do about those. I just need to play my cards, take the trades, and see if my opponent has a Libram of Justice. Libram of Justice is now the key card. Is it there? There's no particular reason to have any sort of read on that. We're about to find out. So, alright, Broomstick isn't important. There can of course be various things coming in the near future. Oh, and deal 2 damage to a minion. Well, this one's the one that's going to trade anyway, isn't it? 22, 24, 28 damage. So I don't have lethal. Well, this goes there. This goes there. 22, 26. I also don't have lethal if I just do the... I don't have lethal with the Angling Rod if I do the Kings. So I might as well do the Angling Rod. See what sort of Murloc I can pick up. Then Hero Power. Just in case there's a Libram of Hope here, then I wouldn't necessarily lose to that. Libram of Justice Consecration, or Libram of Justice Pyromancer, wipes the board. Does a pretty good job. But there was no way for me to hold back the Shotbot's Reborn to play around that. I wouldn't have been able to hit with these then. Is the Libram there? The Libram of Hope is there. But, oh, that one's there too. Holy guacamole. That's a lethal setup. Well, that was unpleasant. Exactly 8 damage coming from these. So I need to charge Murloc to survive. Yes, I need to charge Murloc to survive. Or a rush Murloc. That's neither one of those, so I actually ended up losing that one. This hand could work. Let's see. Nah, Mage has a low win rate. It just sometimes gets lucky. Most of the time they still lose. So far I like the curve here. I kind of do like the Brazen Zealot too. That's something that the priest probably wants to answer. But let's give it a try. Give it a bit of health so that it doesn't die to AoE, it only dies to like penance now. I think I like that. Then it's a growing threat that the priest really wants to answer. Or Holy Smite. That can kill it. But that's fine, that's fine. Time to get Goody on the board. Alright. So single AoE piece cannot kill the Goody and the minions, constantly making these threat moves that the priest cannot handle with a simple solution. Do I waste 2 damage so that I can get the Goodies? Divine Shield returned. I suppose I do, yeah. I suppose it's fine. Then the Abyss. And the first day of school. Alright, and these two are going to the dome. Alright, so far so good. Now I have a 5/8. Obviously 5/8 can be killed with a death, for example. Even Forbidden Words. Holy Smite makes me think that this could be a Highlander Priest. We'll see, but then there's also that 4/2 with Divine Shield, so there's multiple threats that are quite difficult to all handle at the same time. Now there needs to be... oh, okay. There needed to be that. That was a good one. What can I say? Now there's Wandmaker and the Pyromancer. I'm a little torn whether I want to play the Magic Carpet. I think I don't, really. Not yet. I want to play Magic Carpet with those minions. So I just play the Hand of Adal here. I could play this first day of school to get a little bit of something more on this board. Let's give this a try. Yeah, I mean, Tempo Mage isn't very strong. I completely agree. It is not particularly a strong deck. It loses to all the top meta decks. And its play rates have already went down considerably because of that. I know Priest has another Pyromancer in hand. The question is just, what do I do about that? I don't have enough minions here to really do Blessing of Kings. I don't want the Kings like this Shotbot. But I kind of do want to kill the Wandmaker. But that would require playing the Carpet or trading the Battle Mage. I might go for the Carpet play. Go for the Carpet play and those two are going face. I know there's a Pyromancer and there's a 1-cost spell. There could be a Cabal Shadow Priest, of course, to steal the Carpet. would make for a good platform for some future Apotheosis plays, for example.
What do the cards say?
Yes, what do they say? The knowledge of that Pyromancer just means that Priest has a lot of good ways to handle small boards. But I still believe this is a Highlander Priest.
What must I do?
So there's the possibility of Zepris as well. Right. Alright, that's no big deal. That's no big deal so far. I'm glad that the Wave of Apathy was spent like that, actually. I'll probably throw away this foot, or hit with this footman here.
Ready for action.
Footman can kill that one. There could be a Soul Mirror, of course. But if I kings the carpet, then there's also the risk that there's some kind of other play that kills the carpet. I think I'll give it a try. Let's drop kings on the carpet. See how it goes. That means that Soul Mirror becomes very ineffective now. That 5-10 carpet was my best move against potential Soul Mirror. So Soul Mirror cannot be used. I've seen the main deck Wave of Apathy. There's obviously that Zepris left.
What must I do?
And there is that Pyromancer. But I've seen the main deck Death already. It's not that easy to get the Pyromancer to do a lot of things either. Can I corner this priest? The plot thickens. Alright, here comes the Pyro. With the Apotheosis. And another random Wave of Apathy this time. So priest gets to full health. That's good for the priest, of course. 3 health. Guardian Oak Merchant can do that. So I can play the Reader. And I want to play my entire hand. If there's a Plague of Death, that's obviously a problem.
That's an upgrade. Probably.
It's possible. Not particularly likely, but it's possible. Let's see. Alright. Then, is there a Plague of Death? Priest has only 5 cards in hand, remember. Priest does not have a very large selection of tools here. Zepris is another one that's really good out here.
What do the cards say?
Soul Mirror, a little less so. I mean, it still does things, but not quite as many things. It needs to be accompanied by something else. And that definitely isn't it. Okay, so 9 mana. My spells cost 9 mana. I want to play all of this stuff. This will be the only one with a rush, but it will have just enough attack to kill that carpet. So which minion do I buff? So I open with the Zealot. Zealot will get that rush. I buff the Reader. Then I'll play the Braggart. And I'll play the Murger. So that Zealot can trade that one. This can trade that one. Reader can trade that one. And Carpet can go face. Okay. I will get another 3 cards. And then, now I have seen the Soul Mirror, there's still the Plague of Death and Zepris. It looked like neither was in hand. There's also 1 copy of Renew, which could give a crucial card here. I suppose that can give a crucial card as well. There could still be a Plague of Death later, but I still have to keep playing cards because I need to draw more cards from the reader. So that means Blessing of Authority on the Murger, and use that to kill the Spellkin, and then push 15 to face. So Authority on the Murger, then the Braggart, and the Shotbot. Murger kills the minion, and these are hitting 15 damage to the face. So Zepris and Plague of Death are the cards that the priest is looking for, really. There could be more Waves of Apathy, of course, but there aren't, so we take down the priest. And do I want the Angling Rod? Angling Rod is probably one of the better cards in this deck. Could go for a Shotbot on 2 into Angling Rod on 3. See if I can pick up a 1-drop. There are quite a few 1-drops, so the odds are decent that I can pick one up, and I was able to find this, and these are not the most impressive minions of all time. Against Rogue, I suppose Homunculus might be fine. Rogue kept everything. Rogue doesn't necessarily have a great minion to play here, or if they do, it's probably stealth, so the Horror wouldn't actually do anything. Alright, then I get to play the Shotbot, get some stuff out there. Hi, Vedinam. Well, trying to get to play some Hearthstone. Still haven't quite made it to normalcy, but maybe eventually. Maybe. Just maybe. We'll see. At this point, the Rogue has no reason to think that I'm anything except for Libram Paladin. But then again, the play pattern against this deck and against Libram Paladin is probably pretty similar anyway. So it won't make a huge difference. I could have this as 4-7, but I don't think I want to against potential other potential things that the Rogue can have. This would be a 3-5 for 2 mana right now. That's not too bad, to be honest. It's not too bad at all. And if I play that one now, what do I do at 4 mana? I can do that. Let's go with the 3-5. Not being too greedy with the Braggart, simply using Braggart as an early game minion.
A cruel fate awaits you in the ashes.
Now Rogue is trying to go for some value, but the time of value might not be here anymore. Then there's obviously the option to play Hand of Adal and the Reader. Rogue still needs to get through the Taunt to get it to the Reader, which I think is quite alright. I think I'll take that trade over there. Oh, Hand of Adal, this one. I can't, of course, can't do the Reader, but I can do another shot. But well, the Reader would have been a mistake. But this will be okay, I suppose. We'll see. Now that's a pretty big board. Hard for the Rogue to get through. Yeah, that really is not. It really isn't helping the Rogue a whole lot now, is it? Corsair is nice though. I won't be able to get draws from the Reader. I think I'll just kill that with the weapon. Hoping to get a 1-drop Murloc. But if I happen to get a 2-drop Murloc, it's not bad either. I can do that and hit the rook in the face a lot. So from here the rook's position seems to be quite untenable. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.